Well, that was fast. Oh man, I think this situation is just such a beautiful little stud in the world of political theater. But it really does its job. So for those of you who might be behind on the issue, let me just give you a quick recap. Ron DeSantis and Greg Abbott from Texas decided to pull a little bit of political theater and fly some migrants to Martha's Vineyard, and they went apeshit over it. Over here at WCVB5, Boston's news leader, from ABC News. Migrants flown to Martha's Vineyard given misleading information, lawyers say. Well, you know, they would be really fucking sad if they had any rights. Let's check this out really quick.
Tonight, volunteers unloading donated dinner for the 50 or so Venezuelan migrants sent to Martha's Vineyard. Those men, women, and children preparing for a second night here after they say they were put on a plane in San Antonio with false promises. This young man who works as a mechanic telling us he's grateful for the help he's been able to receive in Massachusetts while he was deceived in Texas. Tonight, we're also learning this was the information the migrants were given about where they were going. Maps pointing from Texas to Massachusetts, one of the vineyard, and a brochure, which immigration lawyers say contained misleading information to set them up for failure.
It could not be clearer that this is an attempt to ensure that these people are ordered removed, even as they try as hard as they can to comply with the instructions provided to them.
Lawyers and lawmakers alike now vowing legal action against Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who is
good luck
taking credit for what he says is part of his state's relocation program, but what many here are calling a political stunt.
Whether or not this meets the
it is a political stunt, and it's illustrated it's done its job perfectly. And I don't think anyone on the right should pretend to feel guilty about this for even a second. It is a political stunt, and it did its job. It is perfectly illustrated that these people absolutely refuse to live with the fruits of their own labors.
Legal threshold of human trafficking, this meets the moral threshold of human trafficking.
They were using people.
No, it doesn't, because human trafficking is selling people or moving people through territory for economic gain in a way that does not comply with the law. That is the legal and moral definition of human trafficking. When you are selling people for immoral reason, or selling people is immoral inherently. So selling people and moving people through territory for financial gain. That is what human trafficking is, full stop. So no, it does not meet the moral standard of human trafficking because Ron DeSantis sent these people to one of the richest places on earth. He sent them to a place where they could receive the absolute highest standard of living possible. So, no, it does not meet the moral standard of human trafficking, you lying piece of shit.
As political chattel to leveraging taxpayer money for private corporate jets.
Governor Baker and other local officials now exploring.
I don't want to hear about how Governor Ron DeSantis or Greg Abbott used taxpayer money for private jets when you people absolutely piss away trillions of American dollars on absolutely anything and everything. Go fuck yourselves. When you get our 40 billion back from Ukraine that you just pissed away for no good reason, then you can whine about us flying migrants around the country for political theater, which your site also does, by the way. Are you just gonna pretend that ICE and fucking Biden weren't caught red-handed in human trafficking, like actual human trafficking, where they were bringing unattended children across the border and just dumping them throughout the country? These people at least knew where they were going. The Republican governor said, we're taking you to Martha's Vineyard. They wound up at Martha's Vineyard.
Setting up temporary shelters and humanitarian services at Joint Base Cape Cod, while those here wait in limbo, unsure about what lies in store for them.
Not home, no family. En United States, no family.
A single male with no family came across the border. Could it be he's an economic migrant and it actually has nothing to do with fleeing danger or hostile conditions? See, that's what a lot of these liberals don't understand. A lot of the people that flood across the border say they're fleeing gang violence or corrupt government or seeking sanctuary, and that's just a lie to get in. They're economic migrants. And hey, I'm not going to fault someone for seeking a better life in a more affluent country, but I do have a problem with you breaking my country's laws to get here. If you want to be an economic migrant, fine, cool. Sign up for the process. Try to get in. Don't cheat the fucking system and jump the fence. That's what we have a problem with. That's what my side has always had the problem with. I want to come over to Twitter. John Hayward. Sending 50 migrants to Martha's Vineyard is like the Holocaust. Ha 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 ha. You just gave us a chance to show how compassionate we are. We demand emergency assistance. Get these damn migrants off our island. Call out the National Guard. All in less than 24 hours. And he's right. He's absolutely right. When these people are forced to live with the consequences of their own policies, they always try to shove the consequences away to the little guys. These disaffected assholes on Martha's Vineyard don't give a fuck about people like me and you. The poor people, the middle-class people in this country. People that live in the cities. People that live in the Rust Belt. Flyover states. They don't give a fuck about us. They have the money and the influence to just, oh, these people are on our island that we don't want. National Guard, yeah, get rid of them. Me and you can't do that. If 50 immigrants showed up to your doorstep and just set up camp on your front lawn, you couldn't do shit. Unless you were in Florida. Unless you were in Texas. Unless you were in one of the states with a governor that actually fucking protects your rights. When are we going to say enough? When are we going to say, I've had enough, no more? Demand the wall be built. Demand every fucking illegal immigrant is deported. I cannot stress this enough. If you are not here legally, you gotta go. You can come back legally. And that's the other thing. We need immigration reform. Except I actually don't think you should be allowed to come back legally. If you jumped the fence, skipped the queue, you disrespected our country, you disrespected all the people who have filed the paperwork and are waiting, doing the proper thing. No, you don't get to come back. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about really quick. I think it's absolutely hilarious that the people of Martha's Vineyard are flipping the fuck out and throwing this big, oh, we're so offended, oh, Republicans so mean, oh, they're such assholes, oh, we're gonna get them, we're gonna get that Ron DeSantis, oh, let me tell you, took away my tax-exempt status, won't let me diddle those kids, oh, Goofy, get over here. So, yeah, it's getting spicy, folks. Share this video with your friends. Drag a friend to the polls this November. Drag a friend to the registration office. Drag him to the polls. Vote in mass and make sure your vote is counted properly. Stay at the polls all night. Make sure they count the votes. Make sure they don't pull any boxes of ballots out of a van with zero chain of custody. Make sure that no random pipes burst. Go to the polls to vote. And then stay there to make sure they're counted properly. Let's have a red wave, boys. All right. I'm the lead adventurer. And in the meantime, till the next one, welcome to the adventure.